It's the Melchizedek News Hour. It's the Melchizedek News Hour.
Shalom, family. Come on in to the Melchizedek News Hour. I see you there, Brother Durrell. Shalom, Brother Jason. Come on in, family. Come on in and get these headlines. All praises to the Most High. That's right. All praises. All praises to the Most High on today, on this November 4th. No matter what's going on in the world, all praises to the Most High, for He is worthy to be praised. Right, family? He's worthy. Yes. Good to see y'all in the live chat. Good to see y'all. It's the Melchizedek News Hour. It's been a minute since we did a whole hour, but we need it for everything that's going on in this world.
It's the Melchizedek News Hour.
Shalom, shalom, family. Come on in, come on in. Let's get into these headlines. Yes, good to see you too, Brother Joseph the elect, my significant better half, my best friend, my road dog here in the tribulation. I tell you, it pays to have, and you're blessed if you have a companion, you know, that knows the Most High, that is serving the Most High in this hour, family. That is a true blessing. If you got anybody that's by your side and they walking with the Most High, He is the great spirit I am. And if you got a partner that's rolling with him, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Yes. Shalom there, Sister Lawana. I love you, my sister. Speaking of that, she said, listening on the way to the hospital. Yes, family, it's been a week. And I want to give some condolences as I start this news broadcast today. Welcome to you that are new to my channel. I am your Sistah Chayah. This is the Melchizedek Network, the network that represents for the true Messiah. That's right, the true Messiah. He is the King of Kings. And this channel is for those that are walking in love, in unity, and respect for all people. That's what this channel is about, because that's what our Messiah represented. That's what he preached. That's his gospel, to do unto others as you would have one do unto you, and to love your neighbor as though they, you know, are your friend. That's right. Do unto another. I know that's kind of hard for a lot of people. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love your enemy as though they're your friend. What? I got to love them, the people I don't like? Yes. Nobody said you got to have a dinner party with them, but you got to love them, and you got to keep those thoughts pure and those actions pure. So all praises to the Most High. As we start, it's been a full last like 7 to 10 days. I'm not doing the news as much because it's just so much going on. I need to really meditate and be in my books and study the gospel so I can have strength to be able to endure. I recommend that you do the same. With that being said, condolences to our brother David. That's right. Big Bear Living. You saw him in my live chat many times, always picking on Sistah Chayah. He passed away. So condolences to the family of brother David, Big Bear, out of Southern California. Sending love and kisses over there to Sister Judy, because that's my sister who introduced me to Big Bear. You know, a lot of us are connecting just via the web. We call it the rooftops in the scriptures, but that's how we're connecting in this hour. That's how we're gathering. It's a spiritual gathering, people. Also, want to show some love to my sister Lawana, who's there in the live chat. Everybody give her some love. She just lost her mother just in the last couple of days. I believe it might have been yesterday. And Sister Lawana, I think you told me your mother was, let's see, was she 95? Because I was like, what a blessing. What a blessing. Yes, she said she went home at the ripe old tender age of 95. So yeah, she did her time. She said, I got some things to learn. And she went on home to judgment and to face our creator. Because when we all leave here, whether we want to believe it or not, we have to face our conscience, and face the things that we did here, our works. And that's what we're going to be judged upon. You're going to actually judge yourself. That's right. Because you're going to face everything. You're going to see everything that your spirit has did. You're going to confront it all. So all praises to the Most High. What a beautiful life to be able to live. I pray that I'm able to live to 100+ years. Yeah, I got a little memo from the Holy Spirit and was saying I might be around for a while. So y'all get used to my voice, because you may be hearing me for a long time. With that being said, all praises to the Most High. And thank you all in the live chat. Love you so much. I'm going to start. Where am I going to start? With the news today, with so much going on. But before we start the news, let's start with some words of encouragement always. Let me get those out, because we already know the world is in chaos, right? The world is in chaos and confusion. But that doesn't mean you have to be in chaos and confusion. That doesn't mean that you don't have to be focused. If you have your spiritual house in order right now, you should know that this is a marvelous time. It really is. The world is seeing it like, oh my God, everything is falling apart. Yes, it's a lot falling apart. But that's because there's something new coming, family. There's something new that is coming to this earth. And man, it's in your favor. That's what you need to know. It really is to your benefit. But a lot of people don't know that. So going to start with a precept of the day, because this is the Melchizedek news. Let's start with, let's see what you got, Sister Chayah, what you got on your Rolodex. Everybody hit the like button as you come in. That's all I ever ask. Click the like button and also share my videos. I just did a powerful lesson about the bread, the word, the wine. Man, I've been talking about a lot. I've been talking about unity because we need it, because we got this coming. Look. We're living in a dumb democracy. That's what I call it. We're living in a democracy. Yes, is that's why I told y'all this like 6 months ago. My hashtag is no more votes in 24, because people really think their vote counts. I'm gonna show y'all something today, man. I'm telling y'all, we're living in theater, everyone. The world is a stage, and I'm gonna show you that. But before I start, let's cue up some words of the day that we should get started with. How about that? We need encouragement with everything that's going on in this world. So let's start with that, brothers and sisters. What you got, Sister Chayah? How about a precept of the day? Shall we?
Shalom, family. This is Sister Chayah the Elect with the Melchizedek News Precept of the Day, coming from Matthew 7, verse 18, out of the sealed portion, and it reads, "A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And the fruit of a good tree brings forth the fruits of the Spirit, which causes a man to love one another and do unto another that which he would have done unto him. And an evil tree causes a man to set himself above another and to hate another, and causes strife and contention in all things contrary to the Spirit of God. So my question is, what kind of fruit are you bringing forth today?
All praises to the Most High. Yes, that's a good question. What kind of fruit are you bringing forth today, brothers and sisters? With the world in chaos, do you have the fruits of the Spirit? And I speak of the Holy Spirit. Do you got peace today? Do you have love in your heart for everyone? Do you got respect? Do you got happiness and joy right now, even with everything that you see? Because those are the fruits of the Spirit. Do you got self-control and focus right now in this hour? Hallelujah. It's necessary. That's the only way that we'll be able to endure to the end. So with that being said, all praises to the Most High for his word. Family, man, we're going to start with the weather. And I got to spend a little time on the weather because as I come on this live, we got catastrophic tornadoes that are hitting the state of Oklahoma, even in parts of Texas and Kansas right now. These disasters, natural disasters, they're natural, but some things are being manipulated as well. But they are to wake up the conscience of man and woman. That's what's going on. Our Creator, our Heavenly Father, the gods, okay, our mother, our father, those heavenly beings, those exalted ones that you can't see and don't understand that it's so much more to this that's going on that you can't see. But they are trying to awaken the conscience in man. That's right. Wake us from our lethargy. That's right. We've been sleeping and it's time to wake up. It's time to awaken. It's a lot happening around, brothers and sisters. So we're going to start with the weather. And shouts out to all our family that are in the path of the storm. I got my auntie, down there, Sister Espy in Oklahoma. You're in our prayers. I got my cousin Mia. Some of you all recognize the name. She gets on the weekly studies with us. So it's a lot that's going on. So it's a lot that has happened over the last few days. So prayers for all those that are in the path of the storm. And that's where we're going to start today with an update on this weather. Yes. Shalom there, Sister Arlene. That's my bestie over there in Phoenix. You all are probably calm right now and glad that it's cooling down, right? Because you've had like 100+ days of hot weather. So I'm sure you're glad that things are cooling down. But for a big portion of the country, they are in the bullseye of a lot of danger and catastrophic events right now. That would be the Heartland and also the Midwest. So let's get an update on what's going on with the weather around the country. Shall we? That's what I always like to do. And then we're going to get into some other things before this big selection process tomorrow. Right, brothers and sisters? I've
got one that can see.
You're doggone right you do.
A big day of severe weather is ahead across the central and southern plains, where several tornadoes, with even a few being strong, damaging winds, and large hail will all be possible today. And this is going to begin as early as this morning and run all the way through the afternoon and early evening hours. So in today's forecast, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know about this severe weather event and why it is going to be very impactful to many people today. Let's begin with what's happening across the United States this morning. And overall, there's been tons of showers and thunderstorms over the last 36 hours. We've had over a dozen tornadoes, most of them being in Oklahoma. But overall, a lot of what we're seeing right now is just a ton of moisture that is lifting to the north and northeast, which will dump several inches of rainfall today, anywhere from the Midwest back into the southern plains. And we're going to see even more storms initiate over the next few hours, which will lead to additional rainfall, and it will also lead to the problem of there being severe weather. Now, for the rest of the country, things are relatively quiet. The East Coast is looking quiet for right now. The West Coast also quiet, and it's also colder over that direction. I also want to point out that there is an area that we are watching for in the Caribbean Sea, which is going to be named Tropical Storm Raphael, and that'll be moving into the Gulf of Mexico as we go later into this week. It is expected to become a hurricane. We'll talk more about that later in this forecast and especially in tomorrow's video. Now, let's begin with what the severe...
Wow. Did y'all hear that? We got Hurricane Raphael brewing down there in the Gulf, pretty much the Caribbean. Yeah, the islands are getting hit up right now. It's a lot going on in the Atlantic Ocean. So they got the lookout because they're thinking that this thing may come, towards Florida again, who has already been devastated. Yeah, Florida has been hit really bad just over the last few months. But as we see that this is brewing, let's check out Dallas and Tulsa, Oklahoma. Looks like they are under tornado watches and warnings right now. Yeah, family, we're all the way down to R now. Hurricane Raphael. I mean, my question is, where do they get these names from? This is what I really want to know. Where are these names coming from? But anyway, let's go over here to Fox and get an update currently on the conditions down in Texas and in Oklahoma.
That are breaking out right now across Oklahoma. You can see the way it looked earlier on. This is from the weekend, all the stuff that we had out there. Oklahoma City's waking up to more tornado sirens. That's what they had earlier this morning. And at least 7 tornadoes so far reported over the weekend, including one preliminary rated EF3. So there you go. Powerful thunderstorms, powerful tornadoes. The weekend tornadoes destroyed at least 39 buildings and damaged nearly 100 others. Fortunately, nobody was killed. The tornado's path, this one right here, estimated to be about 20 miles long. Wow.
Hold up. Did y'all just hear him on Fox News? He just said no one was killed. No one was unalive. Those are not no EF3s going in and taking out whole towns and communities. Those are some EF4, EF5. I'm calling you out, Fox News, because you're lying. There is no way that there were no victims unalived in such an event. I'm going to show y'all this drone footage and y'all tell me what you think, okay? Because there's no way. See, they like to lie. That's why I have to do the Melchizedek news to bust them out. Look at this drone footage coming out of Oklahoma. And look what Fox just said. Oh, no one passed away. Liars. Y'all see that footage? The mainstream news media is lying to the world about so much, not just the storms, but so much. Let's go to some more drone footage. Brothers and sisters, Sistah Chayah is trying to awaken you. That's right. Out of your denial as to the hour that we're in. There's no way. You saw all that carnage and devastation, and that's just in Oklahoma, just in the last 48 hours. And your mainstream media is reporting that no one passed away. They're lying to you about that and so much more. Not to go, bypass what's happening in Oklahoma, which is currently happening. We had this catastrophic incident in Spain, Valencia, Spain, tourist area. And they got a year's worth of rain in a day. And I want to talk about this for a second because they're feeling the after effects of that. So I'm just going to show a couple of videos out of Spain. Who would have knew, huh? Spain. And I don't want to go into the politics of things because, the country of Spain, particularly their leaders, they've did just a lot of carnage and a lot of evil things throughout history to a lot of people. But what happens is we reap what we sow. There is a such thing called karma. The universe does return things, and we're seeing a lot, brothers and sisters. I want to show you footage from Spain this week. Well, we're in a new week, but last week.
All right, Alyssa, thank you. The death toll from historic flash flooding in Spain is rising. The bodies of 205 people have been recovered so far. Many more deaths are feared, with an unknown number of people still missing. Rescue teams are out searching wrecked cars and flooded homes. They've managed to bring nearly 5,000 trapped people back to safety. Officials say the aftermath of that storm from Tuesday and Wednesday is similar to that of a tsunami. This is Spain's death.
He said the after effects of that are similar to a tsunami. They got buried by not only rain, but mud. Mud. People were buried. They're still looking for people because they were buried in the mud, buried in the sand. That happened just recently in North Carolina, even though the mainstream news doesn't really want to talk about the truth. But that area in Asheville, North Carolina, that was populated with over 90,000 people. And a big portion of it had mudslides. People were buried. Homes were buried. They don't like to talk about the truth, but that's what we dwell in the truth here at the Melchizedek Network. We love the truth. We embrace the truth. So much more is happening, family, that meets the eye. It's time for you to quit burying your head in the sand. Yeah, it's enough of that happening around the world. It's time for you to wake up. Also, they're saying 200 plus. It will be much more, but they'll never give us the real number. But I saw this morning that they were saying that the airport had to close down. Reminded me of Dubai just a few months ago because the flooding situation in Barcelona. Check this out. I'm trying to wake you up, family, as to what is happening in this world right now. For those of you that are watching my channel, if you haven't repented and you've been like wondering what this whole salvation thing is about and what's going on, or you just been working nonstop that you can't focus and you're like, well, you know what? I got to focus on my bills. You need to wake up. You're being distracted by work, by other minute things when the world is in catastrophe. I also saw that the people over in Spain were getting quite upset with the government, just like here in America. The citizens are getting tired because the leaders have lied. They're not doing their jobs. They're not looking out for the people. And the people are waking up from their lethargy. Check this out, family. This is from Spain. The government leaders try to show up like they've been doing for many years. want to have a political like appearance. Oh, we gonna send some aid to you all. And the people over there in Spain, they set it off. They not having it. Look at this. They started throwing mud at the leaders coming over there talking about, we got y'all. They like, show us, we need help. Y'all see what I'm talking about? The people are tired of all the fake promises and all of the political mumbo jumbo. They want to see progress. They want help. You know, Brother Yosef and I are here in Maui, Hawaii. And on the other side of the island, they had the catastrophic Lahaina fire. People still haven't received help. Where's the money? Yeah, where's the help really? That's what many people are asking, even in California, different parts of the world, even Mexico. Nobody's talking about what just happened with Acapulco and the different areas in the Gulf and the islands that have been destroyed. The Virgin Islands, Grenada, all these beautiful islands that have suffered carnage. Where's the help, leaders? This is what the people are asking, the leaders of the world. They don't have an answer, family. They don't have an answer because they're not here to help. One more thing, a quick update on this Hurricane Raphael, which is forming super fast right now. Oh, it's developing. Oh, in the next 48 to 72 hours, we could be seeing literally another hurricane make landfall in Florida. So these are serious situations that are happening. Check this out. This is my boy over there. Love his channel. Check it out, family.
All right, my friends, welcome back. There is a lot to go over right now. We have Hurricane Raphael about to form and move into the Gulf by November 7th. We've been calling for this situation since October 24th, about 10 days ago. And now every weather channel you can think of is talking about this situation, as well as the insane tornado outbreaks taking place in parts of Texas and mostly Oklahoma. We saw all that coming as well. Not to mention these insane trails being dropped all over the southeast, which is the next area that is going to be saturated before this hurricane even shows up. I'll talk about that in a minute, but let's get into Raphael right now. First things first, let's look at the updated time frame we have for Raphael. Raphael is down here underneath Jamaica right now, very close to a tropical storm. In fact, probably by the posting of this video, it will be a tropical storm and named Raphael. And as you can see, by Wednesday, 7 a.m., probably a bit sooner, this will become a hurricane before it makes contact with Cuba. As we saw in the models, it then tracks over Cuba, continuing to stay as a hurricane, may increase in strength right in this end of the white cone you see. After that, we're expecting and hoping for it to calm down a bit depending on how big it gets on its path over Cuba and into the Gulf. That will determine where this thing goes once it does get into the Gulf, which means every single state is within the possibility of some sort of landfall. That includes Florida and Texas on either side of this cone of uncertainty. You get a much better idea of that with these spaghetti plots here. All are very tight and are in very much agreement as far as the path on the way to Cuba, but once it hits that western edge, it then wants to peel off to the west. It could move a little bit north and then peel off right to the east into Florida. Basically, long story short, is it could go absolutely anywhere in the Gulf. That is why this is so important. A lot of people are worried about election day and not even thinking about weather right now. But not only do we have the chance of a category 1 to 2, but the possibilities of a major hurricane, a 3 or higher, is still in the realm of possibility. My friends, we've been talking about this for weeks now and being attacked for.
Y'all see how everybody's being distracted with all of the political mumbo jumbo, all this stuff going on with the celebrities, just like how they just tried to bring out Cardi B over here at one of the Democratic, I don't even know what you call it, conventions, whatever they just had. Bringing out, it's distractions. But we got all of these catastrophic things happening within the weather, devastating regions right now, and people are not preparing. This is the hour that you need to prepare for the worst. Pray for the best. Oh, yeah. But you need to prepare for the worst right now. That's what I always tell my daughters. Speaking of tomorrow's selection, oh, yeah. You know, the democracy that we got going on, democracy, as Sistah Chayah calls it. Yeah, democracy. We better be paying attention to what's going on with the weather. But also, let's talk about that, because I saw some information. Let me pull it up. The presidential hopefuls. Oh, they're trying to get your vote. Like they don't really know what's going on. They're playing everybody. They're all puppets. Puppets. And they're playing the people. The world is a stage, family. Let's go into what's getting ready to go down in the next 24 to 48 hours. Yes, theater. The world is a stage.
Election Day is less than 24 hours away, and it looks like it's a close race.
Both presidential nominees are trying to get a last-minute bump in battleground states as the latest polling continues to show a neck-and-neck tie. Today, former President Trump is looking to solidify a win in North Carolina. He's set to hold a rally in Raleigh. The state has become a must-win for him. Last night, he looked to win over voters in Georgia with 3 rallies across the state. His last one was in Macon. During his speech, Trump encouraged more attendees to get out and vote.
After making an appearance on Saturday Night Live, Vice President Kamala Harris spent the weekend in Michigan, a key battleground state for both candidates. She held a rally in East Lansing yesterday, speaking to young voters at Michigan State University. Today, she is heading to Pittsburgh to hold a rally the night before Election Day.
And family, I gotta admit, did I not watch Saturday Night Live? Oh, I did. It was quite funny, quite hilarious. Ha 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 ha, Kamala Harris. While you all do not really discuss what's really going on, while the people down there in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida are looking for aid, while FEMA is getting on the television set talking about, we out of money. Yeah, we broke right now. This is the topic at hand. While you getting Cardi B, you know, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion to come out to rally the crowd. The people want to know, where's the help? I've lost loved ones. I've lost my home. I lost my car. I lost my business. I've lost my way of life. Notice how nobody's talking about that, whether it's Kamala or Trump. They're all lying because it's 2 wings on the same bird. It's 2 cheeks on the same ass. Yes, Sistah Chayah said it. They're playing the people. They're puppets. They work for the wicked ones. Wake up, family. I'm trying to wake you up because this is the Melchizedek Network. Speaking of wake up, it's interesting that one of my brothers, BF Earth, his channel, he put up some video. Oh, we're just running a test, you know, just in case this person could win. We're just doing our own little preliminary test. But it looks like you're trying to rig some things to me. It looks like you're trying to insinuate things. It looks like you're trying to put some propaganda in people's minds. Check this video out. They said that was leaked. Oh, but we're just running a test, though. Nothing to see here, people. Look at how they leaked. Who may be the winner or who may not be the winner?
88. Well, almost every election since 1988. Right now, it looks like there's a big crack. Michigan, right here, this is really big for Donald Trump. Saginaw, Michigan. It's an area that, you know, we have a very easy comparison. Back in 2020, Joe Biden won it. This time, it's Donald Trump. And if he does that in Michigan, it's a really good sign for him. And, you know, we're still early in the night, but when we go back to see path to 270, you know, here's where we are live right now. Kamala Harris only has a couple of ways to get there. Not surprise you, Pennsylvania is top of the list for her.
Well, I was going to say, can you play that out for us? What can we do a what-if scenario right now? So what if Harris were to take Pennsylvania, 2 out of the 3 of the blue wall? What else does she need?
So if she takes Pennsylvania, that puts her at 219 electoral votes in here. I'm going to put the numbers for folks at home. You can see just what we're working with here. Got to look at this. Virginia, we expected to call this much earlier tonight. Let's assume that goes to her. Minnesota as well. It's been Democratic for nearly 50 years now. then it's a toss-up. We got 4 states, Sun Belt here. You know, they've both done a lot of events here. We'll give New Mexico, that's also one we expect to go to Harris, but comes down to North Carolina, comes down to Georgia, Arizona. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, she's short. She's at 2 of 47. You got to get to 270 to win it all. All right, Chuck, thank you so much. I want to turn to Ryan Nobles, who's been with us. And Ryan, you cover Capitol Hill regularly. It's your Monday through Friday beat. Thank you for being here with us, by the way, on the Graveyard Shift. We appreciate it, although I think there's still a lot of people out there watching. This is so tight in the presidential race. How could that impact the numbers we were just showing for Senate and House? Let's pop the Senate back up again if we can. Right now at this hour, I think we said that Republicans have had a net gain of 1. It's not quite enough, but we're still waiting for some races.
And, you know, Kate, when we talk about the balance of power in Congress, of the 3 big things we're watching tonight, right? The presidential race, the balance of power in the Senate, the balance of power in the House of Representatives. What we thought would play out in the Senate was the easiest to predict just because of the map that we stand in the race for president. Let's take a look at the all-important battleground states that we've been watching all night, and we are going to begin in Pennsylvania. And that's when we see a race that is too early to call. Right now, Donald Trump has a slight edge over Kamala Harris, but it is too early to call. Moving on now, in North Carolina, this race is too close to call. Donald Trump with the edge, about 264,000 votes ahead, 264,000 votes ahead of Kamala Harris, but not ready to call that race yet. It's also too close to call in Georgia. Trump with the edge, about 304,000 votes, but we are not ready to pick.
Yeah, nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see here. We're just practicing. You know, we're just like, you know, what if? Like, we're just looking at the numbers. You know, that's all we're doing. We're just trying to get in the scope on what everybody is feeling. You know, we're just taking the numbers and just playing around with the numbers and just trying to see, you know, if we could just like, you know, put a little number here, a little number there. Yeah, we're not trying to like influence anybody on anything. We know your minds are all made up. I mean, honestly, it's really a selection. So your vote really doesn't count anyway. Yeah, that's what's going on here, family. The world is a stage. Theater at its finest. That's what's going on here. Yeah. Sistah Chayah, I don't miss a beat. I stay on top of stuff. I see it all, y'all. Don't you? Speaking of that, staying on top of everything. Did anybody see this? Oh, I got a few more headlines. Hold on. Because we did have somebody that passed away, Quincy Jones, today.
Breaking news into CNN, the music industry has lost one of its trailblazing luminaries. Musician and producer extraordinaire Quincy Jones has died at the age of 91 at his home in Los Angeles. That is according to his representatives. Jones's decades-long career included highlights like Michael Jackson's genre-shifting Thriller album and collaborations with the industry's biggest and most sought-after stars.
Oh, yeah. Quincy Jones gonna have to go home to the father, the mother, and answer to a lot of things. Allegedly, answer to a lot of things. Because, you know, it's a lot coming out about Mr. Quincy Jones, things he's been doing. He may have left out of here at the age of 91, but 91 years, oh, he's been very busy working for the enemy. Allegedly, as Brother Yosef always says, make sure you say allegedly. Oh, yeah, I'll be bringing that information out soon. But no, I probably won't because I'm not into the gossip like the rest of the world. It's too much of that. People just focus on gossip. He has to answer to that. We all have to be accountable to our works, everything we do, because there's a lot of people with secret sins and doing all kind of carnal, secret, sinful, evil things behind closed doors. He ain't the only one. Meanwhile, North Korea over here testing intercontinental ballistic supersonic missiles that can reach the East Coast, while you're worried about Diddy, Quincy Jones, Cardi B, Kamala. We about to shoot these missiles on America because they can reach the East Coast. We just running some tests our own selves. Yeah, we running our own test while NBC running a test about the election. Check this out.
Now, for the first time in almost a year, North Korea fired an intercontinental ballistic missile that could potentially reach the U.S. mainland. The missile flew for 86 minutes. It's key because that's the country's longest recorded flight yet. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said it shows, quote, our will to respond to our enemies. This morning, the U.S. and South Korea Air Forces staged joint aerial drills in response to that missile launch. The test comes amid heightened tensions between North and South Korea, and just days after the U.S. confirmed Pyongyang deployed soldiers to Russia. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin addressed that yesterday. Listen to this.
We urge the Kremlin to change course. We fully understand the security implications for both Europe and the Indo-Pacific. Putin will not prevail in Ukraine, even with more help from North Korea.
It's time for people to wake up while you busy worrying about what Diddy doing, if he gonna be charged, and what's going on at the prison over there on the East Coast. Kim Jong-fooey with a side of egg foo young and egg drop soup is trying to see if my missiles can reach the East Coast. Yeah. And meanwhile, while he's over here running his tests, you got South Korea and the USA. Well, we gonna counteract your test. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a chess game going on. And the world ain't paying attention because a lot of people didn't learn chess when they was younger. It's a chess game. So South Korea and the USA said, I'll counter you with our tests as well. Check this out. Yeah, hello, family, those watching. There's a lot going on that you're like trying to bury your heads in the sand. You don't want to know. But yeah, North Korea, they're sending their supersonic missiles to see how far they can get. Oh, just running a test because we want to make sure it works when we need it to work, when we send our official one. And then, you know, South Korea and the USA was like, well, we got to make sure our stuff is working too. Nobody said anything about what Iran is getting ready to do over there on Israel. Yeah, because we just want y'all to focus on Cardi B and her speech over there at the Democratic, rally. But we about to get in that ass. The world is in chaos and there's war going on. And the people are like, no, I don't see any war. Where is the war at? It's right in front of you. You're just busy being distracted by a whole bunch of things that really don't matter. Meanwhile, oh yeah, this is why the Melchizedek news has to get on from time to time. Meanwhile, we have, our meteorologists and those that study things in the atmosphere and the planets. They're saying we're in a meteor storm. We got some solar storms and some things happening with the sun, like coronal mass injections. The sun is letting off all kind of energy right now, and I don't think the earth is ready to handle all this heat. Oh yeah, that's what the sun's saying. They ain't ready for this heat right here. Y'all need to pay attention. Let me show you something that's going on right here. And then I'm going to connect it to something that maybe these countries are doing.
Our sun today for November 4th, 2024, reporting an M-class solar flare that took off from our sun last night. Earth-facing sunspot region cresting into view. Having a look here at the last 48 hours of imagery, we do have active and large sunspot regions turning into view for this week's Earth-facing party. If you haven't seen the latest update, please check out last night's update. Give you a closer look on that massive sunspot that is now facing our planet.
that is now facing our planet. Spoiler alert, those watching, those in my live chat, we are living in the movie 2012. Okay? So while everybody is focused on what Beyonce is doing over here at the Democratic rally, what Kamala just did on Saturday Night Live, the sun is over here saying, y'all don't want this. Spain over there underwater. Oklahoma getting hit up left and right. The Gulf of Mexico getting hit up left and right. About to have another hurricane. The middle of the country, yes, the heartland and the Midwest, they're about to get hit up too in the next 24 hours. People need to get their spiritual houses in order because a lot of people are not going to make it through the things that are coming on this earth. Yes, there's your scripture right there. People are not going to make it. You need to be prepared because you might leave out of here today. You need to be prepared to meet your maker, your creator. Get your spiritual house in order. And while you're doing that, get your physical house in order too. Get your first aid kits, your beans, your rice, some water. You know, if the power goes off, because that could happen. That could happen at any moment, power going off. That's what we've been seeing. Cyber attacks, banks closing, banks shutting down. People can't use their cell phones. You better get your emergency supplies and your emergency plan in effect right now, family, because the earth and the things in the headlines are warning you. These are warnings, warning, real watchers. Speaking of the meteor shower that we're currently in, look how excited they are about the meteor showers. What really is going on with the meteor showers? Could it possibly be they're testing missiles and they're telling you that it's a meteor shower? I went and dug up out of my archives some information. Let me show y'all some meteor showers currently.
A meteor shower is set to peak this week. The southern Taurids will be peaking early tomorrow morning, followed by the northern Taurids 1 week later. The two showers will only produce around 5 visible meteors per hour, and that's under ideal viewing conditions. Viewing of both showers will last into December.
Ooh, I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that.
That looks great.
Oh, I'm looking so forward to that. Meteor showers. But I went into my archives and I dug up some footage from the Pentagon. Oh, yeah, the Department of Defense, the Pentagon. What really is going on with these meteors, family? Because they're saying that we're going to see some meteor storms in the next 24 to 48 hours. They're testing all of these ballistic missiles. They're telling us it's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, family. But I dug up some footage. Does not this footage from the Pentagon look just like a meteor? A meteorite? I'll show you. But we're only testing missiles.
Three, 2, 1, ignition.
Yeah, family. See, from where you're at, your part of the country, it may appear to be a meteor, but maybe we're just testing our missiles, our ballistic missiles, our supersonic missiles from different parts of the world. And we're telling you that, it's just a meteorite. It's a lot going on, family. It's a lot that people need to be paying attention to instead of burying their heads in the sand. I wanted to show you that footage to show you how they can give us, their propaganda. But does that mean that that's actually what's happening? Just because they say that, and they're saying that, they're getting ready to do some tests in the next 24 to 48 hours. All these countries, they're about to run some tests on their missiles, and everybody's asleep and not paying attention. I think people need to get their spiritual and physical houses in order. Yes. What you say there? Hope I'm not too late. You in here. We got you, sis. Yes, Brother Yosef. Sister Chayah, you something else. Hey, I'm just calling it like I said. I had to get out some footage. Meanwhile, while we're practicing with our supersonic and our ballistic missiles, making sure we're ready to like open up a can of whoop ass on the world. Yeah, the evil, wicked leaders. That's what they're saying because they're asleep. They're not paying attention to the situation with Diddy. Meanwhile, you got people like this. I don't even know if you can call them people. Demons, puppets, bail bondsmen down here in Florida. Look at this family cutting up. As much is going on in the world, and he trying to manipulate the women of the night. I got to show y'all this right here. Florida bail bondsmen bailing women out of jail. What kind of women? Women of the night. So I can get me some. Oh, yeah, I'll bail you out, but you're going to need to give me some, or you going back to the po-po.
Bail bondsman Russell Moncrief is now in jail. Investigators say he abused his power with clients, and now he's amongst some of them in the jail population. Attorney General Ashley Moody made the announcement on Tuesday, saying he abused his power, offering sex to female clients in exchange for bond. Moody sent this statement saying in part, quote, after bailing victims out, he continued to use his power over them to sell them for sex. Investigators say they started looking into Moncrief after local attorney John Gillespie was arrested on similar charges. One woman told investigators female inmates talked about Moncrief's alleged operation and that code words like wash your car or lick your eyebrows meant he would bond you out for sexual favors. Investigators also say his personal cell took several hundred calls from the Orange County Jail, all from female inmates. And if you didn't have sex, he would revoke your bond. Went to Moncrief bail bonds in Orlando to talk.
Oh, I'm good. Okay, is there anybody around?
Whether it's true or false, this definitely gives us a black eye in the bail profession.
You're doggone right, it gives you a black eye. Yeah, I'll come over there and bail you out, but you're going to have to give me some. This is what I'm talking about. Just demons everywhere. Men, I'm just so disappointed with the men in this earth right now. It's time for y'all to step up. Y'all supposed to be the fathers, uncles, grandfathers, the leaders, the heads of the household. Man, men, what a disappointment with men in this hour. If I'm disappointed, you can just imagine how the Most High is just disappointed in his sons. Oh my goodness. You're right. Hail to the no. Yeah, I'll let you out. He should be ashamed, and he should be under the jail as well. Manipulating women to let them out. I'm telling you, this is what's going on out here, family. On another note, before I leave out of here with the Melchizedek News Hour, because I wanted to keep it at an hour with so much going on. I know it's overwhelming for me too, family. That's why I don't do the news that often anymore. Because it just can be overwhelming. I got to have a balance. I encourage people, find a balance in your life, whether you need to read, go walk, meditate, spend some time with family, whatever you need to do. Go exercise, spend some time in nature, read the word of the Most High, get on the phone, talk to people rather than just texting, whatever you need to do. It's important that you find a balance right now with everything that's going on. Otherwise, you'll be consumed and you will not have anything for yourself. You won't have strength. You got to save something. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. One more story before. Well, I got two stories because I thought this was cute too. But check this out, family. You know I love the animals. Sister Chayah love the animals, and I saw this and I thought it was just the cutest thing. I'm glad you're here, Sister Ruette, so you can check it out. But this is so cute. Bus driver is waving his vest at these what they said was some turkeys. Check it out. Let these birds. Man, I thought that was the cutest thing because for those of us that live here in Hawaii, we always have the chickens in the road. But those were much, much larger than chickens. Them turkeys was like, we not getting out of the road. I thought that was so cute. I love the animals. Anytime I see like an animal video, exactly. Anytime I see an animal video, I have to share it with y'all. So family, before I leave, let's get some more word, but I want to share this with you as I leave out. I told Brother Joseph I got to share my screen. Let me pull it up. 2 things before I leave out. I don't want to forget. Let me get them down here. Number 1, let's pull this one up because you know I'm big about this one. Those of you that are watching that are in the eye of the storm, because this is very important. Pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. I want you to miss that. There we go. Pull it up. Those that are in the eye of the storm, it is very important that you know to do not trust these agencies that I have here. Get your own emergency plan in effect. Talk to your neighbor, your family members, your friends. Come up with your own emergency plan for everything that's going on because you never know when you may have to leave your home, your business. You need to have a to-go bag always at all times. Could be a fire, anything. Could be a chemical leak, anything. I was driving yesterday and traffic got diverted because there was a fire here in Maui. It was a small fire, a brush fire, but nevertheless, there was a fire. So it's important that you know that this list right here, these agencies right here, they don't have your best interest. They don't care about us. As Michael Jackson was saying in his song, they don't really care about us. Right there. So that right there. And then I also wanted to bring something else out. I saw, let me see if I can get, matter of fact, I'm pull this one up. I had a couple of headlines that I saw, and I want to read this. I got to minimize this screen. Hold on. Let me get it. Matter of fact, I'll keep that there. I'm going to pull this up, family. Let me pull this. Give me 1 second because this is important. Okay, I paused that. Let me pull this up. I want to read this to you all. This was a headline that I came across today. It was about a gentleman by the name, it says James Van Der Beek, Jenna Fisher, and the rise of young people getting cancer. Okay, this is from the USA Today. I guess he was on a show. It says a shocking, scary diagnosis for anyone at age 47, because we're seeing a lot of headlines with people being diagnosed with cancer, different kinds of cancer right now. This just came out today. It says 47 years old. I want to read something in the yellow that I have highlighted for my brothers and sisters that are watching, because I think it's of most importance that I educate you as well here on the Melchizedek Network. But this headline, something caught my attention. It says, not exactly colorectal cancer is one of the 17 different types of cancer rising for the Gen X and millennials. Notice that they're emphasizing that this is cancers that are hitting the Gen X and millennials, according to the American Cancer Society research published earlier this year. It says breast, liver, and ovarian cancer are also rising. What's going on? There's no exact cause. There's no exact cause known for the rise in cancers with an S, among young people, according to experts. But researchers are trying to figure it out. Are you And then here it says out of the blue, we're seeing this. First, okay, it says, what did I put in yellow? Now, they make up about half of his patients. A self-described oncologists, whatever he is, his career. He says they make up half his patients, and a significant portion are in their 30s. Look at this, family. They're in their 30s and 40s, mostly with colon cancer. We have close family that have been recently diagnosed with colon cancer, pancreatic cancer. It's a lot of cancer going on right now. Isn't that interesting, family? Young ages. I also saw this in the headlines that, the powers that be, Mr. AI himself, tried to suppress this information, but I did come across it outside of the USA, around the world, what's going on. But this says, as you see the headline, Bill Gates in the Netherlands, because of the it. I got to outsmart AI because they always on people's trail. But it says the Netherlands has ruled that he can stand trial. It's more to come on this, family. It's a lot coming. I wanted to show you all that because I wanted to connect that as I leave out. Yes, those in my life. Wow. It used to be only, thank you. It used to be only old folks with those issues. Yeah, where does cancer come from anyway? Yeah, parasites within the food, especially within the flesh of animals. If the scientists would really tell the truth, if the doctors would really tell the truth. But, that's allegedly, as Brother Joseph would like me to correct myself and say, allegedly. Speaking of that, remember those that watch my channel a while back, I had brought up this information, and I have to, use code here. But this is out of the country of Japan. They were saying that they were seeing an increase of cancer, and they were connecting it to a certain, in the arm. I'm going to blow this up. Let me see what I can read. Japan declares an emergency over the explosion. You see that? I want to make sure y'all can see that. And this was just dated in April. Okay, family? In April. In the yellow, let me see if I can put anything in the yellow. Japan declared a national emergency over the explosion of cancer cases across the country. They believe that it is caused by, you see it there in the yellow? That's what they believe. These cancers include ovarian cancer, leukemia, prostate, pancreatic cancer, and breast cancer. Is that not what the man just was saying in the other article? It's like an aggressive form of cancers that, don't seem like nothing we've seen before. But over the last few years, we're seeing an increase in these cases all around the world, all ages, all demographics. Shalom there, Sister Gwendolyn. Good to see you. Greetings to you. So that's what's going on, family. Now, something else. So notice, they're not telling us the truth. Everybody just popping up with all this cancer. What's really going on? What has really happened over the last few years? And then in young people, quit lying to us. You're lying to us, and we know it. But that's why it's so important that we have these platforms to help each other and help our brothers and sisters see the truth of what's really going on. So before I leave out, I want to share a video with you all. And this is in regard, and it's connected to the situation that's going on with Mr. P. Diddy, whatever you call him, Puff, whatever. I'm going to share my screen. Let me get it here. And I want you to hear what this young man says, because it really, there we go. Let me drum it up. There we go. This video The young man's name is, I guess he's the rapper or somebody in the music industry or that was trying to make it big. His name is YK Osiris. Isn't that an interesting name? YK Osiris. He goes viral. It says exclusive. And this video is from Screen Queens, giving their credit for putting this up. It says new elevator video of Diddy and YK Osiris goes viral. Diddy was his sugar daddy, allegedly. But that's not what I'm focused on, brothers and sisters. I'm focused on what this young man has said that a lot of people need to hear, because our babies right now are hurting. They are in pain. Our young brothers and sisters are lost, and they need leadership, and they need righteous leadership, and they need direction, and they need not just any direction. They need spiritual direction, spiritual guidance. And we have let them down. It's time for us to step up as the people that we were called to be, a righteous, holy people following the laws and the commandments of the great spirit I am, the Most High. Yes. Listen to what he says, and I'll be back. Okay, family. I'll post the links in there. I'll post the link, sis. You said y'all couldn't hear. It was no sound. Okay. Let me get that link. I wanted y'all to hear what this young man was saying, because this young man was saying, I want to leave out of here. Now I'm up here in these mountains. Sometimes my signal, I was hoping that it would have came through, but I'm going to post the link for you all. Give me 1 second, because I think it's important. And I also think it's important that you share that with your nieces, nephews, the young people. I think they need to really hear that. There we go, family. The link is posted, and I will also post it in the description of this video for those that you can watch later and those that are watching my channel. Sorry for the technical. So sometimes the signal just doesn't come out clearly. But it's a lot of dark things going on that many people are not aware about. And the Most High is exposing everything in this hour. He's exposing everything, because he said that everything that's hid will be uncovered. It will be known. It will be brought to light. And that young man, what he was saying, he was bringing some things to light about the darkness and the wickedness of the music industry. I thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining. I will see you soon with some more headlines, and pray for everybody that's in the eye of the storm. And let's just keep our heads, focused on the words of the Most High. Right, family? It's so much going on, but we still must focus on what the Most High is doing. I love you all. And as I leave out, let's leave with some words of the day. Shall we? Shalom.
Shalom, family. This is Sistah Chayah the elect with the Melchizedek precept of the day. It's from the Third Testament, chapter 31, titled Redemption and Eternal Salvation. Many men have accepted the idea that all the tears of this world have been caused by the sins of its first inhabitants, and in their clumsiness in interpreting the parable have come to say that Christ came to wash the stain with his blood. If this affirmation were true, why, in spite of that already consummated sacrifice, would men continue to sin and to suffer? Christ came to this earth to teach men the road to perfection, a road he pointed out with his life, his words, and his deeds. Amen.
All praises to the Most High, family. Yes, that's what he's all about, his gospel. He came to show you in his deeds. And now we must be that example of love, forgiveness, respect for all people. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Pray for all. Keep your eyes open on everything that's going on. Be vigilant, be prayerful, and get your spiritual and your physical house in order. I will see you all soon. I love you with real love, real respect. Mahalo from Maui, Hawaii. Love you, family.